Hey everyone, it's Joe here. We all love life on the road. The freedom, the sunsets, and the simple joy of taking our home wherever we want to go. But there's something most of us don't think about until it's too late. RV fires. Every year, hundreds of RVs and travel trailers burn. Some while driving, but most while parked. And the problem is most often silent until it happens. So let's talk about it, the 5 most common causes of motorhome and travel trailer fires, and what you can do to prevent them. Number 5, simple human error. Cooking, candles, space heaters, falling asleep while smoking a cigarette. It's these kind of problems that can really just be traced back to simple human error. Most of us have stepped out of the trailer just for a second while something's cooking, and most of the time that'll be okay, but sometimes it's not. So when you can, cook outside, especially if you're camping, right? We try to do most of our barbecuing and flammable cooking outside. Never leave a stove or an open flame unattended inside the RV or outside. And make sure you're giving space heaters enough space all the way around. For the most part, space heaters are really safe. However, when they do go bad, it's going to be big sparks and you're going to potentially have a nice fire. So keep an eye on those space heaters. So number 4 is the brakes or the engine overheating. This one applies mostly to motorhomes and tow vehicles, but a leaking valve cover or a dragging brake can really get red hot pretty quick. And if you have oil or grease that hits that exhaust manifold at the wrong time, you can have a fire in seconds. So keep your engine compartment clean, check for leaks and smells on every trip. If you ever see smoke coming from a wheel or you smell burnt rubber, pull over immediately. Don't wait to see if it clears up. And like I say, when it comes to going downhill, whether you're using your engine or your brakes, remember, it's always easier to start a hill going slow than it is to slow down going down a hill. And rewind that last statement and listen to it twice. One of the reasons that I can sleep at night isn't just because I really focus on fire preparedness, but it's also because I got a Tokta mattress. You know how every RV comes with a terrible mattress? Ours was no exception. Thin, floppy, and basically useless. So for this trip, we finally upgraded to a Tokta Utopia, a custom RV mattress made just for our weird Murphy bed dimensions. We gave them the measurements, picked our firmness, and they shipped it ahead of us to a UPS access point on our route. That's right, we picked it up mid-trip right in Hinton, Alberta, unboxed it in the trailer, and bam, it's amazing. Comfortable, folds perfectly, and somehow it opened up even more storage in our Murphy bed than we had before. A huge thanks to Tokta for making this possible. Honestly, this is the first time we've ever slept well in the RV. Number 3 is propane. Propane is amazing. It gives us the hot showers and it keeps us warm on those freezing nights. But it's also one of the most dangerous and flammable things you have on board. A tiny leak in the hose or regulator can fill your trailer with gas in minutes, and then one spark, even a light switch, and it's game over. So test your system once a year, use a manometer or leak detection solution, and replace rubber lines every few seasons if you can. And when you're traveling, keep a close eye on your propane valves and keep your nose peeled for that smell as well. That's your first indicator. And of course, and this is very controversial, but when you're traveling and moving, keep your propane valves closed. That simple habit can really save your rig or your life, especially if there's an incident or a crash. Number 2, refrigerator or appliance issues. Older propane electric fridges, the kind that many RVs still use, they can overheat if they're not perfectly level and vented properly. Then that heat builds up inside a sealed chamber and eventually something gives. If you ever notice a yellow stain or soot behind the fridge vent, that's your warning sign. Shut it down and get it serviced immediately. Modern compression fridges are safer, but even microwaves, heaters, and the water heaters can short out. Keep those areas clean and vented. Again, a professional inspection is always a good idea. Number 1 is electrical failures. This is the big one. Your RV's wiring is like its nervous system, and over time, things loosen, corrode, or they just weren't installed quite right in the first place. A loose connection behind a wall, a frayed cord, or an overloaded outlet, and you've got a ticking time bomb. We've seen most fires be related to something electrical more than any other reason. So check your 12 volt and your 120 volt connections once a year. Make sure all your breakers and fuses are correctly sized, and if you've added solar, inverters, extra batteries, or done any modifications, then double check that everything is fused and crimped properly. It never hurts to have a professional look at it. Often a mobile mechanic can cost $150 or less just to drop on by and give things a cursory look, have that second look on things. It never hurts. And because electrical fires usually start in places that you just can't see, by the time you smell smoke, it's too late. So look, I'm not trying to scare anyone, but I am trying to point out where I've seen things go wrong. And most fires are preventable. A little maintenance, a little awareness, and keeping an ABC fire extinguisher close by. Not the one that came with your RV, but a bigger one that you bought after you got your RV. And those few steps of being aware and being prepared is really all it takes to be as safe as you can possibly be in an RV. So stay safe out there. Check your rig. And remember, the only fire that you want to see is the fire outside your campsite in the campfire. So do an inspection on that rig, then get out there and get busy living. Thanks, everyone. As a reminder, we're getting close to 25,000 subscribers, so please subscribe to this channel. It's the only thing I ask.